All right, as you can see, I've gone ahead and tied both the legs together and then around the spit. So that way the legs aren't flopping all around. If you don't tie them to the spit, they're going to hang down and rub in the grill. Now, as you can see, I tied up the wings just about the same way. I go around the wing joints and up and over the skewer, tighten it up. Now you're not going to have any movement on your bird when it goes around and around. And also, it's a good idea to try to stab those things on there so the bird's somewhat balanced. Okay, so anyway, we're ready to season it now. Okay, we're going to do two things with this bird. First, I'm going to put some of this garlic paste on there. It's really a dip for French fries or whatever have you. You could season anything. It's kind of like a mayonnaise, garlic, onion-y base. All right, we'll put a little on there. Brush it all around. And as you can tell, I dried off this chicken skin as best I can with a paper towel before we do this whole process. Helps everything stick on there. If you leave it wet, all this stuff is just going to fall off right away. You want it to stay on. This also helps the chicken skin gets crispy and also flavors it. Okay. That ought to be good. I think I got all of it there. Now we're going to put a little bit of this seasoning powder on there next. This is pretty much the best way I know to season a bird like this, just to put it over a pot like that. That way it's not rubbing all the goodness off of there as you're putting it on. Okay. Now we're going to put some seasoning salt on there, which is basically salt, pepper, onion, paprika. I think that's about it. It has a little bit of everything in there. You don't want to put too much because it has salt in it. And we already salted this bird when we soak it in that pan of salt and sugar and brined it overnight before we got started here. We're going to get this on here and coat it really good so it's got some color on it. Okay, that should be good. Now we're going to let that set and we're going to go outside and start the fire on the grill. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. These coals are very well lit. I'm going to dump the coals, the lit coals in here on the other coals. I'm going to move them around. I'm going to put some chicken legs on the sides and the whole chicken in the middle. So we're just going to spread those out a little bit. All right, we've got everything on the grill now cooking. I'm going to check it about every 15 minutes, maybe every 30 minutes. I'm going to glaze that bird with some more garlic. And I'm sure the legs will be done sooner than the bird, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Yep, look at the skin's already getting toasty on that thing. It's going to be good. Okay, this bird's been on here a little while now. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this garlicky seasoning on all this stuff. The legs are going to be done pretty quick here, so I'm just going to baste them one time. The bird, I'm probably going to baste it twice is what I'm guessing here. This is a really slow cook project. If you put too much on there, it all drips off anyway, so you just got to give it a light coat. I think I have enough right left in the pan for one more time here. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I proclaim that these drumsticks are done cooking. We'll take these off now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this grill grate and I'm going to lower down the bird after I adjust all the remaining coals. Okay. This bird is not even near done yet. It's got a ways to go. Okay, I've made my adjustments here. As you can see, I've lowered the bird down 2 notches to the bottom notch, which is lower than the grill grate would be setting right now. And also I put these aluminum heat shields on the side to radiate the heat on the bird a little better, because it's cold out here today. We're wasting a lot of heat. But anyway, I'm going to let that cook a while longer. I think we're going to put one more little dab of juice on there now, real quick. This garlic stuff's going to be good, good, good. There's still enough to, maybe I could baste it one more time. It's going to need another hour to cook. These birds take between 2 and 2.5 hours to completely cook it. So, yep. It's been about an hour now already. Alright, I just took these drumsticks off and they are perfectly cooked. As you can see, way down inside, no blood. Okay, some of them are actually popping open like that one. That's a good sign that they're going to be done. Chicken meat should be about 175 degrees or higher to be safe to eat. So anyway, they got toasty. Some of them got toasty on the outside. They're good. Now we'll just wait for that whole bird to be finished. Looks like she's getting a little toasty there. It's coming along well. You see the coals down there are still burning hot. Okay folks, just for fun, we're going to give it a probe with the thermometer just so we know what's going on here. 125. And in the thigh we got 133. So we definitely need to cook it longer. Alright, we're going to probe this chicken one more shot here. See what we got. Oh, it was 170 there. That means it's done. Let's try it here. Oh, 171. Same thing in the breast. Okay, we're taking it off now. Look at that. She's a golden brown. Okay, now I'm going to take the bird off the spigot. I always tighten these on with a little pliers because sometimes with your fingers it's not really tight enough. It'll slip loose. Okay. Gonna cut this string here. There you go. Take that off. Take that off. Look at that. Those wings fall right off the bird there. Okay. Now I'm just going to cover it up with the foil. That'll keep it moist while it cools down. Also, it will actually cook a little more. If there's any uncooked chicken, even though I checked the temperature, there might be some little pieces in there. You know, sometimes you get that little bloody piece of chicken, but that will continue cooking for about another 30 minutes, holding the heat in with the foil on it. So that's one trick you always want to do. Alrighty, well, the chicken's all done for the day. We'll come back when I cut it open so you can check it out inside. Alright, let's open up this chicken and see what we have here. I let it sit in the foil about an hour there. And usually the darn legs and thighs will just come right off. Look at that. Bop. Bop. Look at that. Easy, easy. You can see inside, that's the hip bone. Tear a leg off. Looks very good. Now most of this meat, like the thigh meat and the leg meat, I'm going to make chicken soup, I think, with it. Okay, because it's really juicy and there's a lot of flavor there. And also the salt seasoning on there is a little bit strong, and it's good to make soup out of that stuff. But anyway, look at that. Totally cooked. It's falling apart in my hand. Yummy stuff. Okay, and there's your drumsticks. Now, usually I could pull the whole backbone off here. Let's see. Take the backbone off. Alright, there's what's left of the wing. Okay. And there's the other wing. Yummy. Oops. Okay. Now let's see if I could tear this breastbone off of here without too much damage. Look at that. Comes right off. Now these inner parts, those are called the chicken tenders. I'm sure you've heard that term before, but the real chicken tenders is the inside of the breast meat. The breast meat has two layers of breast meat, the inner against the bone and the outer. See that? It kind of fits right in there. But that's called the chicken tender, and that's just called the chicken breast meat. But look at that. That's a nice big piece there. You can make a chicken sandwich or anything. But usually I like to cut these up and put them in my green salad. So I'm going to make a green salad tomorrow. Okay, folks, that's the chicken. Look at that. Good stuff there.